The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Now tomorrow's hard to swallow. A lot of the hate towards Christians and towards God goes to pain and sorrow left us hollow. Hey guys, I'm Cassidy with Average Christian. I take a look at music and artists through the lens of the Bible. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a theologian. I'm an average Christian. Today, I was going to be looking at something, a Falling in Reverse song, the one with Marilyn Manson, so Ronnie, God is a Weapon. I feel like there's bits and pieces between this song, Watch the World Burn. That's what we're going over today. I know there's some spiciness towards the church in general, I'll say that. But I feel like there's a through line between these two songs. And yeah, let's go through this one.
Yeah, I got voices in my head again, tread carefully, and I don't medicate, it helps me temporarily. I got problems, I got issues, yeah, apparently. Trauma that I'm burying, I think I need some therapy. I battled depression, I'm back with a message. I'm asking the question that if you hate me, why you acting obsessive? I'm past the point and no return by being passive aggressive. I'll brandish a weapon, teach all you motherfuckers a lesson. Yeah. I actually battle my demons and shallows, and women the deep and the creep in the shallows and lost. Gotta admit that I'm living the life that I've always wanted, but it comes at a cost. For licking a jar, for fixing to rip me apart, I'm swimming with sharks.
Having the life I've always wanted, but it comes with a cost. Man, we've recently been looking at Scrim's music, Suicide Boys. That's kind of been a lot of the talk. I was just like, yeah, there's a life, but it comes at a cost. And especially Suicide Boys, they've kind of like rearranged their lives quite a bit. Ronnie's living his world right now. We'll see where the rest of this goes.
The bar, lift to the end of the stars. Like I shot up a trailer and mixed with some red and started a battle, but bitch, I'm a finish. Think you can stop me? Not even a little bit. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive. Taking my words and you pick it apart. Tripping on nothing, just get in the car. Ripping and sticking the mark. I'm tipping the charts. I got enemies trying to get rid of me. Evil tendencies are fucking with me mentally. I got people that don't like me in the...
By the way, that drop messed his hair up. So just...
I can feel your energy, you were not a friend of me. Cause I have been to places that you never wanna go, yeah. I got dirt on people, but they act like I don't know, yeah. I can do some damage, but I'll never rock the boat. All it takes is one post, with some fun like dominoes. You'll never get rid of me, too many enemies whipping my imagery. You know my history, it ain't a mystery. Put every enemy out of the misery. Somebody send me some positive energy. I'm about to go dark, I'm about to go Disney. Into the darkness, into infinity. Shut you motherfuckers up. Listening? Stacking every little pretty penny that I'm getting, and I'm never giving in to anybody. Always winning every...
Okay, so on this, I've done video for years, but it's always awesome to just see a music video just done so well. It's kind of funny just listening to a lot of this. It's like, okay, I'm the best. All right, cool, got that. You know, some Disney references, a little bit of Star Wars. Okay, cool, moving on.
Kidding when I die, I'm taking everybody with me. You're never gonna get me because you never see it simple. Yeah, my motherfucking God, you're a light gone. I'm a time bomb, and if I'm wrong, it's my God. I'm killing syllables of the letter of Philip. I'm a lyrical, typical supervillain. I'm venomous, and I'm never gonna stop until they put me on top of the list. I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow.
Hold on to this.
I can't control the...
That one's wild looking. Sorry, whoever was acting that one out. Your eyes got me. I just can't take that one serious. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
The monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Now tomorrow's hard to swallow. Death is calling, someone crawling. Tightrope walking, now I'm falling down.
Okay, so that's interesting that there is a lot of the song. Most of the front part is just like, hey, I'm the best. I'm saying it in different ways. And then getting into this section, which when he's having his one-on-one with, is that a demon? Is that Satan? I don't know. Right at the end of that is where it gets more into an actual introspective section. I'm going to go back just a little bit.
Control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Now tomorrow's hard to swallow.
This is the thing that I even started talking about, and I assume this is where a lot of the hate towards Christians and towards God goes to. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. I can't even say that right. I have to practice that a couple times. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. That's how it works. Man, it's interesting in a song like this. I'm going to get into some scripture, even though this is not where anybody would expect to see this at all. This is where I'm going to go. Okay, so we'll start at 1 Peter 5, verse 6. And God will exalt you in due time, if you humble yourselves under his mighty hand, by casting all your cares on him, because he cares for you. Be sober and alert. Your enemy, the devil, like a roaring lion, is on the prowl looking for someone to devour. I think this is so interesting, the concept of pain and sorrow. The bad thing about it, it's like everybody's going to feel this to some degree. So it's interesting that those are all kind of brought together. In this passage in 1 Peter, it talks about casting all your cares upon the Lord. Okay, so that's one thing. The thing after that you need to resist is like a roaring lion. He's seeking who he can devour. It talks about resisting him. Be sober and alert. It's interesting that it's like, cast your cares upon the Lord, for he cares for you. But then also you need to be aware that he's looking for people to trap in sorrow. What are these lyrics? How close is this? The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Man, that feels pretty close to home on this, to where I'm not going to speak whether Ronnie did or did not have a good relationship with God ever in his life. I don't know. Sorry, man. But I think for the people who are at least curious, or if you're aware of God, you need to be casting your cares upon the Lord. Because what is the price of not doing that? What's the price of being the man, taking it all on your shoulders, and then you have hell on your shoulders all the time? You have pain and sorrow. You're hollow. I don't want to be hollow. I want to be able to brush things off. I want to be able to cast my cares upon the Lord, because I don't want to deal with it. There's too much crap as it is every day. There's so many times where it's just, God, this driver made me mad. This thing at work made me mad. My boss at work made me mad because he chose something that I didn't feel like was the right choice for this situation. You know, whatever it is. It can be a little thing, it can be a huge thing, but we need to be in the practice of casting our cares. Okay, we're going to keep going.
I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Now tomorrow's hard to swallow. Death is calling, someone crawling. Tightrope walking, now I'm falling down. Like missiles falling from the sky. Come and save us. Pain and sorrow left us hollow. Here today, but gone tomorrow. The pain inside is the fuel that drives this flesh and bone through blood-red skies.
Let's focus on one thing. This is going to be the 90 kids out there. This little platform that they have, this reminds me of Street Fighter, the 90s edition. This is not the same, but this looks like the General Bison logo. Anyway, just a little tidbit for you guys. There we go.
The death-defying, hypnotizing. One day you're gonna figure out that everything they taught you was a lie. Blast the wild bird.
The thing I'm going to pick on, rather than this is sacrilegious or something like that, is he says, one day you're going to learn that everything they told you is a lie. I believe that to be true, but on the opposite side of what Ronnie's saying there. Not even to be argumentative or something, but it's like, man, I believe there's truth in these scriptures. There's a lot of people who believe that. There's a lot of people who are mad at the scriptures and mad at people who practice and Christians. The deal is, it's either true or not. There's not really a middle ground. I don't believe there can be a middle ground. I believe it actually says, I can't even remember the scripture, but it talks about the resurrection of Jesus. It either happening or it didn't. If Jesus wasn't resurrected, this whole thing, it doesn't have the same weight. It's dead. It might as well be dead. I think that is true, but on the opposite side of how he means it. I think this part is funny just from the standpoint of like, okay, cool. Yeah, dude, you're mad. I get it. Yeah. There's two people I was talking about earlier. I have let that go, and I have talked to God and talked out forgiveness to that person. I've never said I forgive you to those people. There are situations where that's good, and there are situations where I don't even think that needs to happen, just for different abuse cases. What kind of strength does it take in your own words to say, I forgive that person, whether or not they ever hear it, but so that you can be free of this? That goes once again into that verse that says, casting your cares upon the Lord, for he cares for you. Unforgiveness is, man, it can be the biggest weight on the person who just begins to despise that person. It's just like an oil that just seeps in your skin. It taints you. You're no longer the same. Okay, let's go. The fear is what keeps you alive. It's not a fear thing. It's not a fear thing. I think at one point it used to be, and I'm glad that it changed from that. There's been such something building up in me, my faith, of just seeing people that are close to me make bad decisions. It seems like there's something darker pulling them down. And it's interesting in my progression of faith, understanding that there is a darkness. There's a scriptural base for darkness. It's for we fight not against flesh and blood, against rulers, against principalities. I will not remember the rest of the points of that verse, but there's a scriptural basis that we are fighting things that aren't just physical people, that there are spiritual beings and dark forces on the other side, suggesting and pulling levers, doing things that we can't physically see. And instead of that scaring me, or the fear of God, a literal fear of God, not as much a respect and yes, I am nowhere near as powerful as God type mindset. I'm not acting in Christianity out of a fear of death or a fear of I don't want to go to hell. It's more turned into I hate what hell does to people. I hate these dark forces that are bugging so many of you watching, that it feels like as if there's a bubble around you and it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It feels like there's addictions that won't leave you alone. It feels like there are chains that are not broken. That's the kind of thing that fires me up, that yes, I've given my heart to God. I know where I'm going after I die. I have as much as I can tell, a belief in that truth. But beyond that, I'm not doing things out of fear. I'm doing things more out of a passion and love that I've developed over time. I think even this kind of makes me mad a little bit. Not as much Ronnie, but this type of mentality that it's just like, oh, screw the church, screw every Christian that ever walks into the church. But at the same time, I think that's such a funny, hypocritical standpoint, because there is some over-the-top, not true mindset that a Christian has to be perfect, and that's not true. Whoever came up with that is an idiot. Repeatedly in the scriptures, you see all of these people failing and confessing their sins before God and coming close to him again. This shame that we feel is not from God. That's from a darker side. And this type of mindset that a lot of people can get on board with, and they see them like, yeah, let's, screw them. Is that really the best choice for you? It's probably not. It's probably not. Okay, let's go. There are several lyrics in here that I don't feel like is his best work. And I feel like that's a really weak lyric too, the very end. Just because I don't think it's true. And I don't even think he believes it. It feels good to act out of anger. I don't think anybody really truly believes that fixes anything. Anybody with anger issues, you get in a fight, oh yeah, I fixed it. You're just lying to yourself. We all know that. We all lie to ourselves in different ways, like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's okay. But like when you really face yourself, look in the mirror, yeah, that kind of stuff's not going to fix it. We know that. That's the reality of it. This one went a while. So I'm casted with Average Christian. You want to see some of the other reactions I've done, check them out. I'll see you guys next time.